You're probably watching this on a computer right now, but have you ever really stopped to think about what it is? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and unlock its hidden superpowers. I mean, seriously, you've got one on your desk, one in your pocket, maybe even one on your wrist. But what is it, really? What's actually happening inside that box when you click or type or swipe? It's honestly so much more fascinating than just a bunch of wires and chips. So to really get this, we have to look past the physical thing itself and try to understand its true purpose. Because it's not just a machine. It's basically a problem-solving engine. Okay, so at its very heart, a computer does three really simple things. First, it accepts data. That's your input, every single click, every key you press. Second, it processes that data. That's where all the magic happens. And finally, it spits out useful information or just stores it for later. Input, process, output. That's the core loop for literally everything a computer does. Yeah, to put it as simply as possible, a computer's entire reason for existing is to turn raw, kind of meaningless data into useful, actionable answers. It's built from the ground up to take our questions and give us solutions. All right, now let's get into the really fun stuff. Its first set of superpowers, just incredible performance and pinpoint precision. Billions. That's it. That's the first superpower, speed. And I don't just mean fast. I mean a speed that is almost impossible for our human brains to even wrap our heads around. We are talking billions of calculations in the time it takes you to snap your fingers. Think about this for a second. If I had to multiply 750 by 927, that would take me, what, a minute? Maybe two if I'm being careful? A computer can do that same calculation millions of times in a single second. That's just the mind-blowing scale of its advantage. And, it's not just about being fast. It's about being perfect. As people, we get tired, right? We get bored, our minds wander, and we mess up. A computer just doesn't. And that gives it two more superpowers, accuracy and consistency. It does every single job with the exact same perfect attention to detail, whether it's the first thing it does all day or the billionth. So let's do a quick recap of these performance superpowers. We've got that mind-boggling speed, near-perfect accuracy, incredible reliability because its electronic parts almost never fail, and that unshakable consistency. It's that combination that makes it such a ridiculously powerful tool. But look, speed and precision, that's only half the story. The next set of superpowers is what gives the computer this kind of infinite toolkit. We're talking about its massive memory and its amazing ability to be, well, anything we need it to be. Okay, let's talk about storage. The absolute best way to think about a computer's memory is to picture a library. But this one's bigger than any building on Earth, and it's a place where none of the books ever fade or get lost. But just storing all that information is only part of the puzzle. A computer can also find and pull up any single piece of that data almost instantly. Imagine asking a librarian for one specific sentence on page 247 of some random book, and they just hand it to you in less than a second. That's the power we're talking about. And this next one, this might be its most obvious, but also its most profound superpower, versatility. I mean, the very same machine, the same box of electronics, can be a calculator, a movie theater, a design studio, or a communication hub. It really is the ultimate multi-tool. One minute, you can be completely lost in a video game. The next, you're kicking back watching a movie. Then you're listening to music. And then you switch right over to doing your actual work, all on the same device. This ability to do countless different jobs is what makes it so central to, well, every part of our lives. Okay, so we have this super fast, super precise, versatile machine with a perfect memory. So in this last section, we're going to see what happens when these powers combine to connect the entire world and really change society itself. This right here is the force multiplier. A computer's power isn't just stuck in one box. It can communicate with other computers, and together they form what we call a network. This lets them share data and information instantly, anywhere on the planet. The internet? That's the ultimate expression of this superpower. So how does it maintain this level of perfection, even across huge networks? Well, it's through something called a control sequence. At the end of the day, a computer is just following a set of instructions, a program, to the absolute letter. It does every step in the exact order it's told, which is why really complex tasks can be done flawlessly every single time. And when you put all of this together, the speed, the accuracy, the ability to follow instructions perfectly, you get the final superpower: massive cost reduction. Because one single person with a computer can now do work that used to take entire teams of people, it has completely changed how we work and how our economies run. And that really brings us to this simple but incredibly powerful statement. All of these characteristics, all of these superpowers working together, they haven't just made a useful tool. No, it has completely and fundamentally changed our way of life. So ultimately, this device is so much more than a machine. It's a bundle of extraordinary abilities that have completely reshaped our world. And that just leaves us with one final and pretty exciting question. We know what its superpowers are today, but what will it be able to do tomorrow?